Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm doing something very exciting. Something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. Something that I have kind of dreamed about for a while. And even before this was a thing, it was something that I'd always been curious about. So to give you a little bit of a backstory, I am American, but I am adopted. So the people that I call mom and dad are two Caucasians. I don't see them as anything other than my parents. I don't see them as, those white people that raised me or anything like that. But I've always been curious about me. Because when I came to America, it was during a time when records weren't so good and there were a lot of Koreans coming over. And this was in the early 80s. I know at least probably 7 or 8 other Koreans just in my city alone that came over in the same time frame. Families were adopting multiple children. I even went to a camp called Camp Chingu, which is Korean, sorry Koreans if I'm butchering the words, it's like Camp Friendship. It was a place for adopted children and their siblings to learn about the Korean culture. And my sister and I went to this, who's also adopted actually. My sister and I went to this camp every summer for years. So I understand a little bit about the culture, but I've always been curious about me as a person. And so recently, all of these DNA companies, 23andMe, Ancestry, I forget the other ones, but they're all doing sales. And I decided it's finally the time that I take one of these tests and find out a little bit more about me, because I don't know anything about me. I don't know my medical history. I don't know genetic makeup. I can't trace back family roots or anything like that. And this is not me saying that I am gonna try to find my biological parents or anything like that. It's a very personal discussion, but I have my reasons why I'm not pursuing that. But I'm curious to find out a little bit more about who I am. Am I 100% Korean? I know that there's a lot of intermixing. I have been told by several sources, none of them reputable, but like there was a Korean lady in a Florida flea market who asked if I had blue veins in my behind when I was young. And when the answer was yes, she was like, that's because you got Mongolian in you. The Chinese think that I'm Chinese. The Koreans don't think I'm Korean. Some do, but I've always been kind of curious to figure out who I am. So today, the 21st of November, the day before Thanksgiving 2018, I'm going to order 2 DNA kits, one for myself and one for Emma. We're fairly certain that she is 100% Chinese, but who knows? We might find something different. Maybe she's got Japanese in her blood, or she's got part Korean, or maybe I'm half American. There are GIs stationed in Seoul, which is where I'm from. So I'm curious to find this out. We've decided to go with 23andMe because they seem to have the more specific regions, ethnicities that they test for. Ancestry was nice, but they seem to be very European focused, which I'm fairly certain for me doesn't do any good. So I'm gonna order these and we are gonna go through the testing and we'll share the results with you. So here we are on the 23andme.com website. You can see that they have their special for $49 per kit. We are not going to go with the health report because that seemed to be more geared towards European descent. They didn't seem to test for a lot of things that might affect Asians, so I'm gonna save the money. But I definitely want to find out ethnic makeup. So we've got 2 in the cart, one for myself and one for Emma, and it's going to total $98. You saved $100. Now you do have to pay for shipping. I guess I can bite the bullet and pay that. So we'll check out. I'm gonna fill this out. I'm not gonna bore you with all this, and I don't feel like sharing my information anyway. So just as an FYI, they do have different options for shipping. I elected the standard, and that comes out to $14.95 for both kits. So here we are at the bottom, 2 items with standard shipping, and because of the discount, the total comes to $112.95. Now I'm actually okay with that because $112.95 is about what you would pay for a regular kit any other time of the year. So we're getting 2 kits for the price and shipping of 1. Can't really beat that. Plus, it, makes a good video and it answers some questions for me. So here is the email I just received, the confirmation for my order. The Thanksgiving holiday is coming up, so I'm assuming that I'll receive these probably about a week or so after Thanksgiving. Wait a second. I actually think I hear the door right now. I'll be right back. All right, so I just went down to the mailbox and here's the package. Plain plastic shipping envelope. Got it open. So like I said, I've ordered 2 kits. 1 kit for myself and 1 kit for Emma. This is what they look like. It's a nice simple box. On the back, step 1, register your kit. Step 2, spit in the tube. Step 3, send it back and discover where you're from and what your DNA says about you. In the kit, 1 set of step-by-step instructions, 1 saliva collection tube and cap, 1 sample return bag, and 1 prepaid return label and box. Pretty simple. Take the box out of the sleeve. Same thing. Little card inside that says, hi, let's get started. And don't forget, register your kit before you start. Oh, we cannot process your sample unless it's registered. So it wouldn't do any good to spit in the tube and send it back unless you register. They won't be able to tell who it's linked to. Well, I also have 2 coupons for 30% off for another kit. And what I'll do is I'll actually give them to you guys, and I'll put the 2 codes down below in the information for this video. Here we go, some steps. No food or drink 30 minutes before you do the test, because you don't want to eat a cheeseburger and then take a DNA test and have it come back as your part cow. Spit to the fill line, close the funnel, detach the funnel, screw on the cap, seal in the bag, mail in the kit, and then wait. That's it, pretty simple. And there's the kit. And the box is actually a shipping box, the label's right there. There's the inside of the kit. There is your collection tube, and you just spit a bunch in there. Now, I'm gonna walk Emma through the process on hers, and we'll both do it, and we'll send these out and see what happens. I'm not gonna film us spitting a bunch into a tube. Nobody wants to see that. So not to be gross, but there it is. There's the sample. I got it a little bit above the line, and then there's some liquid in the top cap to the unit that also mixes in. So that's not all spit, but it was it took a minute. Emma's still working on hers. How's it going?
It's very dry.
And then the only thing left to do is to bag it, put it in the box, and send it away. So here we are. We've got 2 kits, labeled, sealed, packed, ready to go. I'll take them to the post office later.
Later.
So here we are, it is December 16th, and I just got an email from 23andMe saying that my results are ready. Now, I haven't looked at these yet, so you are going to see my reaction to this. We actually already just looked at Emma's. Surprisingly, she is 9% Korean, which she did not know. She thought she was 100% Han. We've already had 1 surprise today. Maybe we'll have another. So here is the email, but welcome to you, and we will go to the report. So here we go. It says, ancestry composition, 90.9% Korean. So I have my answer. I am actually Korean. I was curious as to whether or not there might be some sort of mix in there. There's probably a little bit. I'm gonna guess it's mostly Asian, but I'm Korean. So according to 23andMe, I only have 2 ethnic groups in my ancestry. I have Korean and I have Japanese, and that's it, nothing else. So like I'm 100% Asian. Like now I know, that's awesome. So it's 90.9% Korean and 8.4% Japanese, which I never would have expected that. So looking at the breakdown in Korean, South Korean, North Korean, not detected. So South Korean. Japan is a possible match at 8.4%. No Chinese, no Filipino, none of the Southeast Asian populations. The weird thing is, and this is the one that I was kind of looking for, is Mongolia at 0%. My whole life, people have said that I have Mongolian in me, but according to genetics, I don't actually have it. You know, it might be mixed in with that broadly Chinese, broadly Korean, Japanese, but nothing specifically linking me to Mongolia. That's kind of cool that I get to learn a little bit more about myself. So anyway, for any of you who are interested in doing this, I think it's a really eye-opening experience, especially if you're unsure. If not, it's just fun to figure these things out. I know 23andMe offers the health assessment, but there are actually other sites where you can input the data that you're given, and they will run a health assessment for you for little to no cost, or less than what 23andMe might charge. Not sure about the whole privacy thing. That's something that you'd have to look in for yourself and decide, you know, what you're comfortable sharing and what not. I think it's a really cool tool to find out a little bit more about who you are and where you're from, and I'm really happy I did it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check down below if you're interested in doing this. I will put links to the company that we use, 23andMe, as well as a discount code. I think it's a first come, first serve. I don't know how often these codes can be used, but enjoy it, use it. If you get some interesting results, make a video, let me know. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.